Okay, I'm gonna wait and see if anybody joins. But for the replay, if anybody cares to watch the replay, you might want to just fast forward a little bit, um, just so you don't have to be bored and sit here with me. And hopefully we'll get a couple people. Be nice. And what I'm doing, I had gone live, I don't know, yesterday morning and started making an explosion box. And then I went live again in the afternoon. I'm trying to make this a quick one. And then now, and I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that I'll be able to finish, for the most part, finish it. Okay, I'm really not good at making these bows. I'm trying. I don't know, it's just so tiny and delicate and all that goodness, huh? I'm gonna have to undo it anyways because I gotta mat that and trim these and kind of burn the edges or whatever you do so that they don't unravel. So hopefully we'll get somebody to join. Otherwise, I'll just start. People can watch the playback. Okay. Okay. So I will get started. And I can just update if anybody joins later. All right, so as a reminder, and so if you are watching the replay, hopefully you were able to fast forward to this spot. But what we started with was our 6x6 panels, and we matted them. We made pockets in each one of them, and then we also glued all the bottoms together here to form a cute little cube that we still need to build our lid for, which we'll get to here in just a little bit, hopefully. So the only other thing that I did, well, and then also yesterday what we did is we already had our 4x4. We made our 4x4, which will go inside the 6x6. But one thing I did after I was live yesterday is I did decide to do one interaction on each one of these panels. And so I was going to show you how to do that now. So the way to do that is I took a 12x12 piece of black cardstock, and then because since these are 4x4s, I'm making these little tri-foldy things 3x3. Okay, so they're squares. So what I did is I took a 12x12 piece of paper and I cut it at 3-inch strips so that you have a strip that's 3x12, and you're gonna have 4 of them. Okay, and so then what I did is on my scoreboard, I put it up in my scoreboard and I scored it 3 inches, 6 inches, and 9 inches. So pretty easy. And then you just want to fold it like kind of like an accordion. Okay, so opposite, opposite, like that. So that's how you make those. And then one thing you want to think about is what type of closure you want for them. I mean, you could do a little magnet. So let's say, let me turn this around. You know, you're going to attach it here, right? Like glue it down right there. What you could do is a little magnet here and then a little magnet here, and so it would close, okay? Then you can mat your paper because you'll hide your magnet, for example. So that's one way you could do it. But what I chose to do was take a piece of ribbon. I've already cut a piece. And I'm going to attach that ribbon. I gotta make sure I do this the right way. Like this on the back of the black bottom cardstock. And I'll show you how I attach it. I'm just really quick showing you. You know, and then I'll attach the whole thing here, right? And then it's done. Of course, I'm gonna map these, but that's it. And then you can tie a pretty little bow and they're closed up. So that's what I'm gonna be doing right now. So the way that I did it is I said I was only gonna use art glitter glue for this project, and you could, but I did decide to use a small piece of score tape to adhere the ribbon on this piece of the black cardstock. Now, what I decided to do is each one of these opens to the right, okay? I'll open them all when I'm done, but they all open to the right. So when I put this down, I don't want to put it down like this where it opens to the top, although you could. It's whatever direction you want. And in my case, I don't want to put it this way where it opens to the left because I decided to do everything to the right. And again, it's up to you, and you could actually have it to where it opens down, whatever. But for me, I have chosen that I want this to be adhered just like this so that it opens up to the right. Okay, so now that I know this is the direction I want this to go, and I know that I want my ribbon underneath to go horizontally like this, I'm just gonna flip this over, and I'm gonna lay down, you know, eyeball the middle, right? Doesn't have to be perfect. And I'm just gonna lay down a little piece of score tape. You do not wanna go over that score line. This was your 3-inch score line. You do not wanna go over that, okay? So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm just going to, you know, burnish that, lift up the score tape, and then I'm going to center my ribbon as best as I can. So the way I do this, well, and by the way, I cut, let's just measure this. This one's about 15 inches. So anywhere between 15 and 17, I think is what I did. And then what you'll do is just kind of put it in half like this. So now I know this is the center of the ribbon. And I'll put the center of the ribbon, eyeballing, of course, on the center of the score tape. Okay? Just go out like that. Okay, so see what's going to happen is when we then put glue, we're going to adhere it down like this. You can tie a pretty bow, and when it's open, it'll go out to the right. Okay, so that's my next step. I'm going to adhere it down. And of course my glue. I mean, what is the deal? Okay. There we go. So I am using my art glitter glue. I'm going to put it right over the ribbon. No big deal. And I actually go a little bit under the ribbon too, just as an extra security, so that in case that ribbon gets kind of tugged on, hopefully it'll hold. Okay, and I'm going to squish it down and make sure I'm going to the right. Kind of holding on to these ribbons. Just makes it easy. And then I'm eyeballing it. You certainly could measure, but I'm just gonna eyeball this and center it. And just want to hold it down for a few minutes. Hey, you're on a call. Oh, good, you can watch. You can't hear me, but that's okay. I'm glad you are able to watch. Oh, so that's how I did that. And then I'm gonna open it up actually. And y'all, it's not perfect. That's okay. So I just said y'all. I don't live in the South, by the way. So that's kind of funny. Whew. All right. So there we go. So there's that. You can tie it up with a pretty pink bow. Now, the next step for me is I had to cut out 28 2 3/4 by 2 3/4 because I want that 1/8 inch border. So I cut it down 1/4 of an inch smaller. That gives me a 1/8 inch border. So I'm going to, there's going to be on, when you open it to the right, you're going to have 4 spots because you got this base right here. But when you open it to the left, there's going to be 3 spots. And so whoever the recipient is, you know, they can put little pictures. I'm going to embellish some of them with cute little things and maybe leave 1 or 2 spots for them to put pictures. Now, you do not have to mat every single one of these. I think it looks really pretty even if you leave a blank one for them to journal in a white pen. And I may do that still, even though I cut all 28 pieces. So it's completely up to you how you want to embellish or design that. So that will be the matting. I do want to do this matting prior to me attaching it, the whole 4x4 situation in here. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. It's kind of boring, but you know, that's what I'm gonna do. So what do I got here? Let me just take a look at my pieces. So I think I want the flower to go right there. Oh, I do want to ink up my edges, which I still have not found my little inker dinker dauber thingamajigger. So hold on, I have another idea. I know my granddaughter took it yesterday and I just have had an issue finding it, but I think I have a sponge thingy. Let me see what I got. Oh, dang it. Do I? Oh, I have kind of a purpley one that's already used. I know I have some clean ones somewhere that I haven't used, which I don't want to waste everyone's time looking for that. So, man, I'm really bummed about it that I can't find what she did. Oh, you know what? She may have put it, she tends to hide my stuff, literally. Like, she'll open up armoires and drawers and all kinds of places, and then I'll find things. So, I don't know what she did with it. Dang it. That's all right. I'll just use the thingy. I don't recommend inking your edges this way because I don't want to, like, tear up my pad here. But I'm only doing it real lightly just to cover up the white core. So that's what I'm doing. So again, if you're watching the replay, all I'm doing is inking up the white core sides, and I'm going to mat all this first. So you may want to fast forward to the next step because obviously this is really simple. I have to go get another one. I should have more than one anyways, but it is driving me nuts. It's like I cannot live without it. I could call Lily. She's 3. And that girl, oh my God, she has such a good memory. Last week she spent the night here with Mimi and Poppy. And, we ate dinner and all that. And she had a lot of chocolate, because I have a hard time saying no to her. And so in the evening, right before bedtime, she wanted more chocolate. And Poppy wouldn't let her because he's like, you're going to get sick. It's too late. Oh, she was just this pitiful little thing because Poppy never says no to her. And so, we went to bed. I got her to bed. She watched, she was over it in a couple minutes. She was watching a movie. And the next morning, I'm having my coffee and I hear her in her little room up there yelling, Mimi, Mimi. She was morning time. So I'm like, oh, good morning. First things out of her mouth. It's a new day. I can have a piece of chocolate. It's the next day. And I am like, oh my God, your memory. Really? So I'm thinking maybe I could call her. She might be like, yeah, I know where it is. And she's 3. I need to call and say hi to her anyway, because I love talking to her on the phone. We FaceTime when she's not here. It's kind of funny. So this is totally boring. I should have probably done this part before. You know, and I could probably hear it because it can still lay flat because the lid won't be on it, you know. So, but I want to get it done. And that's why, you know, I'm doing it live. If you want to join me, you can. If you don't have to. And again, if you watch the replay, you can just fast forward through all this. That's the beauty of it, all right? Yeah, I just feel like I'm tearing up my ink pad here. So, I was going to try to do some organized thing with these little papers. I mean, I only cut out 3 different styles. I don't know. I think I'm just going to mix match them up. I don't know. I think I'm just going to mix match them up. Why not? They're just pretty colors. I need to, like, break away from the, like, everything has to be, you know, perfect as far as placement and, you know, what coordinates with what. I mean, I definitely do focus a lot on that with my mini albums and with a lot of my stuff. But this is just a fun box. Why am I so crazy about it? I mean, it's not like going to be a shabby chic box where I'm going to want, you know, things different. It's just a colorful, fun box to give to a friend as a thank you. So, I need to relax is what I'm trying to say. I need to, like, just relax for a minute. It'll all be okay and turn out really cute. You know, and you don't even have to, whatchamacallit, ink the edges. But, I don't know if you can see this. Where's my... I don't even know if I'm showing that correctly. Let me go back up. Hopefully you can see that. No, you can't. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Anyway, there's a white core. That's all I'm trying to say. And I don't like it. So, but it doesn't bother everybody, right? I just personally think it gives it a little bit of a better finished look. And I'm not heavily distressing. I'd really need my little tool thing if I were doing that. I was just lightly, you know, trying to get rid of that white core. That is it. So one more little stack and then we'll be done with that. I was gonna just take at least this and do it, you know, instead of the ink pad right to the paper. But I think that my extra little spongy things that haven't been used are upstairs in a different room in a drawer, in one of my craft drawers. And yeah, I'm just not gonna go deal with that all night. I should have had it ready. Should have thought about this. Shoulda, woulda, coulda, right? Okay, almost. Just a few more little pieces. I'll hurry it up. I feel like I'm kind of a slow crafter. I don't know. I don't think it really matters. I mean, I'm not in a race here. I find it very therapeutic for me. It relaxes me. And kind of, you know, it just, your mind's on creativity and not on everyday, you know, I got to do the dishes or we got bills or, you know, just everyday life, you know, life stuff. So it's just a nice escape, I think, and a healthy one, right? It's a healthy escape. Okay. Ugh, I didn't ruin it too much, but whatever. All right, no more of that. I need to find my thing or go get a new one. All right, so now instead of trying to be all organized, matchy-matchy, I think I'm going to shuffle them like cards. I'm just going to mix them all up. I'm just going to grab whatever I want to grab because it is what it is. And we're just going to get to gluing. That is what I'm going to do. And I am going to glue all of them. Like I said, it looks really pretty. Like if you had something glued here and something glued here, you wouldn't even have to have anything glued on those. And it'll be just fine. It's a little photo mat, you know? So whatever you choose to do. Now, let's talk orientation. The polka dots and the flowers I really don't need to worry about, but the hearts I do, okay? So just keep in mind your orientation, which in order for me to keep in mind, I want to know how my box is going to lay. So let me just pick this up, okay? And I know this is the order that it'll go in. So like this front, I guess it wouldn't matter. I'm trying to think. Well, I'm going to want it to face that way, if that makes any sense. The hearts will all face towards the middle of the box. So I don't want them facing where the bottom of the heart faces that way. You can do it whatever way you want. You can face it this way. That's just the decision I'm going to make because once I put one of them down, I don't want to do it multiple ways. I want to do it one way. That's just me. See, again, OCD. My God. Whatever. Hi, Anne-Marie. I hope you're doing okay. I hope you're feeling a little bit better. I am gonna try to finish this explosion box today. I decided to make these 3x3 little fold outs, and they're super easy, and I explained a little bit earlier, so if you want to go back and watch that, but basically you just take a 12x12 piece of cardstock. I gotta turn this around just so I can see it. A 12x12 piece of cardstock, and you cut it in 3, so it's 3x12. As you can see, I'm really screwing this one up, so give me just a, can't talk and do at the same time. Let me redo that one. So that you have a 3x12 strip. Put the 12-inch strip at the top of your scoreboard and just score it 3, 6, and 9. It's real easy. And then do like a little accordion fold with them. So decided to do that. I put ribbon underneath the bottom before I adhered it down, and then that way I have a little ribbon closure. You don't have to do that. You want some type of closure though, because you probably don't want it just, you know, it wouldn't really matter, but that's what I chose to do. You could do a magnet. Oh, I'm so glad you're better today. That makes me happy. Okay. I'm going to move right to this bottom one. And what do I want to do? Well, let's just see. I kind of want to do the flowers. I know, I'm getting matchy-matchy again. Good gosh. I got to get better at that. It's like I can't. Sometimes I just can't mismatch it. Oh my God. I hope I'm not the only one that's crazy like that. Crazy OCD with myself. Anne-Marie, what's the temperature over there? Is it, I'm assuming, cold? It's winter for you, right? It is 17 degrees here, by the way, Fahrenheit. Yeah, I do want to cover them. Okay, I was just kind of debating, do I want to cover them all? It's a lot of work. But it's relaxing and fun. gosh. I'm losing it. 0 Celsius. So I should know I have a degree in math and I don't remember the conversion to Fahrenheit, but is that 32 Fahrenheit? Maybe? I don't remember. I know it's cold though. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, I understand that. We're supposed to, you were saying it's going to go -0, which is cold, and then you're going to get some snow. Yeah, we're supposed to get snow on Saturday or Sunday, but cold. I mean, it's 17. It's sunny. There's no snow coming in today. Oh, look at me. I was right. 32 degrees. Yeah. So we're a little bit colder than you, but not much, you know. Yeah. So I know. It's it's brutal sometimes. So a tidbit on matting. I mean, you all might know how to mat just fine. But what I do for like a situation like this, where I already have these two laid down, I just want to make sure I'm, you know, in between my score lines, but I can easily line up with where the top and the bottom is there. It just helps me. So, you know, might as well share my tidbits. It's looking kind of cute. I think I want to go like that. Yeah, that'll be cute. I think next we'll make the lid. Which I think I want the lid, so since the box, I gotta think about this. Since the box is 6 by 6, do I want the lid to be 7 by 7 or 6.5 by 6.5? Maybe 6.5 by 6. I don't want it to be too loosey-goosey where it's not, you know, sitting in there very well. So I'll probably try 6.5 by 6.5. And you know, isn't that how it is? Sometimes we just, you know, trial and error, see how it works out. So I'll do the trial and error for you. If you want to do this size, you know. I think this is again, this is the first time I've done one. And I just think that this size is a great size to start off with. I think it's easy with 6 by 6, 5 by 5, 4 by 4, you know, in my opinion, because of how you use the paper. A 12 by 12 gives you 2 6 by 6 panels, you know what I mean? And then only one more 12 by 12, you have the other two. So for me, I just think it's a good size. And it's not small. I mean, it's a cute little size, you know. You can do a lot of embellishing and put a lot of goodness inside. So I kind of like it. And I think it's going to turn out really cute. Okay. Yes, Anne-Marie, the black paper is cardstock. Okay. I got to be honest, it's only 65-pound cardstock because I buy it at Michael's, you know. But that's what it is. Yeah, I think it's going to be fine with only being 65 pounds. And see, then we could, you know, tie up this little bow, which I'm not going to waste your time with that. I'm terrible at it. So that's how that'll go. But I'm going to put some cute little embellishments in here, I think, at some point. So I'm going to move on with this one. We'll get through them. So Anne-Marie, what kind of stuff do you make? I know, wait a minute, I asked you that before. I know you used to do miniatures, you said. So you're a little bit, I think, newer at paper crafting, which I'm still kind of new to. But I do have a question. When you said that you do miniatures, and I don't mean to sound ignorant, but I have watched these videos, and I don't know if this is what you mean, where they take like clay and stuff, and it's amazing. They make like teeny weeny little chairs and people and food and all kinds of cuteness, you know. I don't know if that's what you were talking about or not. So I am kind of curious. And quite frankly, I would never have the eyes or patience for that. That's why I would admire whoever does it so darn much, you know. Now remember, I want the bottom of my heart to face towards inside the box. So I'm trying to do my orientation on that all the same. You don't have to. It's just whatever you prefer. Oh, okay, yeah, I need to go look at them. Oh my gosh. It looks like so much fun to do those little miniatures. I just don't know if I could do, oh my God, look at I have like piano fingers, okay? They're long. I just don't know if I could do it. That's what my mom used to always say. You have piano fingers. But you know, you should always try something, right? So I should try it sometime. I'll have to go look at your Instagram. I just think it's amazing. Cutest little things. My eyesight is just, it just keeps getting worse with age. So, you know, I think I would struggle with that too. Not only my piano fingers, but my eyesight. And quite honestly, I mean, just let's be real. Mary Beth, be real with yourself. I am not very patient. I'm just not. Really not. So, I don't know how well I would do. That's why I admire you, Anne-Marie. Because I don't think I could do it. Oh, you should definitely do that. So you've made some cards, pocket letters, you know, hey, I just got my very first pocket letter. I don't know if you've seen that video. I know you're a little bit newer to my channel, but it came from Kimmy Kim. It's she gave me all kinds of goodies. It was so cute, so much fun. I'm telling you what, I love the pocket letter that she did for me. It was so thoughtful. And I have not made one yet. That's on my little list of things I want to do, is make a cutesy cute pocket letter. And Chelsea, I know you're on a call, but at some point you may listen. But we need to talk about that, Chelsea, because I think you would enjoy that too. And Anne-Marie, Chelsea's a good friend of mine who's also newer at paper crafting. Oh, yeah, you know who she is. Okay. Well, she's newer too. And so her and I were talking about, you know, what would be some good first projects for her. Well, pocket letter might be kind of fun. And I admire that you can do cards. I'm a terrible card maker. Isn't that funny? I don't know what it is. I'm not very good at card making. I'm not. You would think I could do it pretty well just because I do some other things, but no, I'm not. Anne-Marie, here in the United States, we have a store. I'm sure you're familiar if you've watched some hauls, called Hobby Lobby. They have gone completely bananas, like nuts, with this 75% off clearance. But it's so weird because different stores in different regions and different states, it's all different. Like there's no rhyme or reason to how they're clearancing out this stuff. It's just really weird. But I've been watching a lot of those hauls and I'm like, oh my God, they're getting such good stuff. I did go and I got a little bit of stuff, but yeah. Chelsea went, you know, because she's going to try to start building up some sort of a stash. And this is the time to do it when they're having such a huge sale. So she was able to get some really cute paper and some embellishments and stuff. So that was good. But I'm sure you guys over there have some pretty amazing stores and stuff too. Plus you can order online. Anybody can order online, right? So if it ships to wherever, to here or there. So that's kind of good. All right, so that one is done. I hope I'm even in frame here. Let's move on. Sorry, we're almost done. We're halfway done with matting these and then we'll move on. So I do know on the bottom of this one I've decided I want... yeah, this one will work. One of these flowers that has a little bit of that darker color to kind of match with that. I know. Here I go again. Matchy, matchy. Oh, you know what? I wondered about that. I bet it is expensive, huh? And more difficult. Not such a bummer. That's why we need to do Happy Mail with you. We need to send you some goodies. That's what's good about pocket letters, actually, in all honesty, because if you do like a pocket letter, you know, do some little swapping, you each get goodies. And I would think that would be fun, getting something that somebody got over in, like, an example with you, like over in Sweden. That would be really cool, you know? So maybe you and I can do a little, at some point, we'll do a little private swap if you want. It'd be kind of fun. I don't have, I mean, I'm newer to, well, not only paper crafting, but I'm newer to YouTube. And so, you know, I don't have very many subscribers, and because I don't really have very many international. I do have a wonderful lady in Ireland, and I have somebody in the UK, and now I have you, Anne-Marie. So hopefully I'll get some more international friends. I think I have a couple in Canada also. It's just, you know, okay, so I'm older. I'm not a young one. And just this technology over the last however many years, it's just amazing that we can have, you know, friends all over the world that we can so easily communicate with. It's not like we'd have to call them from a landline and pay outrageous, you know, bills to do that. So it's really cool. Oh, I love Tim Holtz. Yeah, if you can find him. Hopefully it's not like super sickening shipping costs or anything. And yes, good. You would love to do that. Yeah, we'll think of something and, you know, and do that. I got to get this friend mail done because it is a thank you. And then I just did a swap where I did already send my stuff in. So, you know, I might be able to, we could maybe do something soon. That would be a lot of fun. I think that would be a lot of fun. And if Chelsea wants to join us, maybe all three of us. It could just be a little private swap between the three of us. I don't even know, like, how good I would be at a pocket letter. I mean, I see that people just do such a cute job with it. Things that I wouldn't think of, you know. They're so creative. So much fun. So, Anne-Marie, I have another dumb question. I'm just so honored you're here because you're from Sweden. This is really dumb, and so I apologize for that. Oh, that's not bad on your shipping for Tim Holtz then. That's good. So my question is, so you speak obviously good English. You type really good English. But what is your native language in Sweden? I mean, is it Dutch or... I'm dumb. I'm sorry. I'm really bad with geography. I have a degree in math. I'm just good with numbers. So forgive me for even asking, but I would love to know. I'm interested in knowing things like that. Oh, duh. See why I feel stupid? Well, it's Swedish. That makes sense that in Sweden you speak Swedish. Mary Beth, oh my God. I can never ask that dumb of a question on live again. I mean, how many people on replay are going to hear that and go, wow, she needs some serious help. Okay, so I know... I just don't want everything to be these flowers on this last one. Oh, dang it. Well, there's going to have to be 3. So I'm going to use this heart over here. I'll figure that one out here in a second. Maybe Holland. Maybe they speak Dutch. Wow. That's impressive. You know, I wish the United States was like that, where we taught our children, you know, more languages from such an early age. Now, my daughter, she's almost 21. And they did start teaching her Spanish. I mean, it was required. God, what grade? She learned a little bit in the primary grades, but it was more in middle school, like 6th, 7th, and 8th grade is when she started, like around 6th grade. And they did have to take it all the way through high school. I mean, she doesn't speak it fluently because she didn't really, you know, keep it up or whatever. She could speak it a little bit, but they don't, I don't think it's as good as how a lot of other countries are with teaching English. Oh, I bet it has, because guess what? You get to not only hear us speak it, but, you know, to comprehend and understand English, but you're typing in it a lot, so writing in it. So that's got to help you pick up your English better, I would imagine. That's wonderful. Okay, I'm going to do the front end. Let me think. Let me think. I got 3 of these. No, I don't. I have 4 of them. Oh, good gravy. So I could do flower here. Wait a minute. Sorry, I just don't want them all right next to each other. I'm going to have to do flower here and flower. That's how I'm going to have to do it. Okay. I'm talking to myself. I know I'm going to have to do one here. So let me just go ahead and do that real quick. My poor husband is out in this cold, working so hard, and I know it's hard on him just being out in the cold. I can't wait for spring. I really can't. I mean, he goes inside buildings, but, you know, he may have to go to like a campus or something, like a university, and, you know, there's a bunch of different buildings, and he'll have to go into each and every one. What he does is inspections for safety. stuff. So like fire extinguishers and all kinds of stuff like that. So he's in and out of the cold a lot. Oh, yes, I do get the best answers when I talk to myself, right? I mean, I do argue with myself sometimes. But that is so true, Anne-Marie, so true. You know, my mom's middle name is Marie. I've always loved that name. Okay, let's, oh, good grief. 1, 2. Okay, I'm going to have to put it here. See, I was just trying to make sure I didn't put the flowers right next to each other. It wouldn't have been a big deal, or I could have cut other paper, but I'm kind of being lazy and want to just use the ones I cut. Okay, we're getting there. We sure are. Yeah, I mentioned earlier, you know, if anyone's watching the replay, all I'm doing is matting. So you may want to fast forward because it'll be kind of boring for you. So we're almost done now. But at least I set up my, okay, I figured out why everything was just craziness yesterday with my technology. One thing was, oh God, I have this case on my phone, you know, to protect it, like when you, you know, so like if you drop it or whatever, it doesn't all break. Well, the way I put my phone up when I film, I don't know, it was just popping out of there. Well, duh, I should have just not had the phone case on there because it's kind of thick. So I did that today. It's much better. And I kind of moved it all back so that it's not on this portion where I'm going to wiggle it all the time. So hopefully it's a little bit better today than it was yesterday because that was kind of a hot mess. Yes, this inner one is 4x4. Now, you cut it differently than you do the 5x5 or the 6x6. And I think it was yesterday I showed you how to cut it because you don't cut it rather all the way. You take a 12x12 black, whatever color cardstock, and then you score it at, I want to say 4 and 8, rotate it 90 degrees, 4 and 8. And then what you do, so you have a full 12x12 where it's scored here, and here. And then you just cut out these 4 corners. You can save them to use them for something else. So you kind of have a plus sign. And that's how you make the 4x4. Oh, good. You saw it. Yeah. So, okay, one more to Matt. Yeah, so this is the 4x4, and I will put it inside the 6x6. So we're getting there. It's kind of exciting. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I probably should try to tie these a little bit so they're not all flopping around. I'm just not very good at little bows like that. See, I really struggle, and I just don't want to waste everyone's time while I try to struggle and tie a dang bow. But maybe I should do rabbit ears. I'll embellish later. Like, I think I'm just going to do some cute little flowers that I have. And I have all kinds of, like, different little stickers and cuteness, right? So that's just whatever, a personal choice of however you want to decorate and embellish. Oh, 3x3. Anne-Marie, these little ones are 3x3. And you just take a 12x12 again. and you cut them in strips of 3 inches. So your strip is 3 by 12. And then when you put the 12-inch side up on top of the scoreboard, you just score at 3, 6, and 9. And then you'll be able to, 3, 6, 9, and then you'll just fold them accordion style, right? So fold this way, then this way, then this way, if that makes sense. Yeah, so they're easy. And I think it adds something, right? It adds a little bit to it. Since I didn't do a lot of interactions or anything like that, I thought this would be just a cute little element. And I'm only tying these up, even though I have to untie them to embellish it. It's just because I want them kind of out of the way. See what I mean? I can't tie a bow. Like, really? It's ridiculous. I need a bow tire machine. This is so stupid. All right. One more try. If it doesn't work, I'm not even going to mess with it anymore. This is so dumb. There we go. Oh, my goodness. All right. So I'm going to pull my 6x6 back out. There we go. And then I know that I want it to lay like this. I made that decision yesterday. I want same here, same here, same here, same here, so on and so forth, okay? So at this point, I'm ready. I'm going to glue this down, and literally that's all I'm going to do is glue it down. And now this is 4x4. This is 6x6. You know, you could make a mark to give you more of a guide, but I'm just going to eyeball, okay? But certainly you could do that to make sure. Now, score tape, you know, you don't really have a chance to wiggle that around. So if you're going to eyeball and use some type of double-sided tape, I'd be real careful. At least with wet glue, even art glitter glue that dries really fast, you still have a little bit of time to move it around if you don't feel that you are straight. So I'm sorry, I'm going to stand up right over this, which I know sounds weird, but that's what I got to do, so that I can, what I'm looking at are these little squares right here to see if they're about all the same. That's how I'm kind of making my judgment. And I think it looks good. Oh, you're so sweet. Oh, the ribbon. I want to show you guys the ribbon. You are not going to believe. Now, this deal that I got was at Michael's a long time ago. Wait till I show you this. Just want to burnish this down. Look how cute that is. I mean, come on, you guys. Isn't it coming along really sweet? It's going to look so cute with the little lid on it. I'm trying to hold it all up. You know, the cute little lid, which will decorate the top of the lid. It's going to be darling. And then it'll open. And then you'll have these flaps. You'll have a pocket. Yeah, I love it. Okay. So this little thing, and I hope you can, let me make sure you can see it pretty well. So it's like a tube of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different pretty ribbons. And it's normally, and this is US dollars, Anne-Marie, but it's normally $16.99, so $17. And I found it on a clearance rack at Michael's, which is a big box store over here, for $6.79. I mean, really, $6.79. For what did I say? 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 ribbons. That's not even $1 a ribbon. I mean, that's pretty good because they're really nice. I think they're good quality. I almost used this one, and I don't have it doesn't tell me each measurement of like what the width is, but it might tell me, it just tells me in large, or in total, it's 29.2 meters. Or 32 yards. It doesn't tell me the width of each one. But this one's really the smallest width one, and I almost used it. It's kind of like that ridgy Rogaine or whatever you call. And then the one that I used was the next one, this one. And this is a satin ribbon. And it's a little bit wider. You can see like that. Let me see if this, hopefully you can So it's a little bit wider. But it's not super wide, or, you know, a lot wider. Like, I don't think I have any of these open, but you can tell these are much wider than what I used. So, you know, just because it is such a little piece. Yeah, it was such a good buy. Yeah, so, oh my gosh. I was like, oh my goodness, I've got to have this. And it was one of those weird situations where literally it was like the only one sitting around. There was not any other color, any other one sitting around. So it's just one of those lucky moments, I guess. But this was several months ago that I found it. So I was excited to. I used this ribbon in my, and I don't know if you've seen my little girl album that I did, Amory, but it's Darling with, you know, so I used a little bit of pink in there. So I was excited that I could use some pink ribbon in this one. I love pink. So, yeah. And I think with spring coming up and all that, of course, I'll be using a lot more pinks and greens and things. So, very cute. Anyway, sorry, I just want to get this put back. And then what I like, now this isn't, you know, like a normal ribbon where it would be double-sided. It's almost like a glitter washi, but I think it's nicer. And so you would have to use glue to adhere it down. Now, you could, I have glue all over my hands. Sorry about that. You could use it and tie a bow. It's just that you would have to be okay that the underside is different. You know what I mean? It's just kind of plain. But I thought that was really pretty, that glittery, darker pink. So, very cute. All right, so, oh God, well, there we go. I'm just gonna move this aside. Enough of that. Enough of that. Okay, so let's talk about a lid. I'm gonna try 6.5 by 6.5, which means, I gotta think about this, which means I think I wanna cut a 7.5. Let me think, I gotta think. If I cut a 7.5 by 7.5, and I score at 1 inch all around, that would, yeah, let's try that. We're gonna try it. If it doesn't work, you know, maybe I should do 7 by 7. No, that would be tight. Okay, 7.5 by 7.5. Let's see what happens. I know I'm not making a lot of sense. If this doesn't work, it's okay. We'll try a different size. So, and so the way that I think about this, just in case you want to know my thought process, and I'm going to take a drink of iced tea if you don't mind. I'm dying of thirst over here. Here's how I'm thinking, just in case you do want to kind of know where I come up with the measurements. So I know that my perimeter, basically around this cube, is 6 by 6, right? It's 6 inches. You know, 6 here, 6 here, 6 here, 6 here. If I just do a 6-inch lid that'll cover it, you know, with a lip on it, I'm thinking it might be a little too tight, I think. So I'm going to do a 6.5 inch. So it'll go slightly, not much, over and then the lip. And that way, if you do have more embellishments and we put things in the pockets, you know, it's not going to be super tight. Okay, yes. Yes, I think what you mean by the edge is the lip of the lid. I'll show you what I mean by that. So since I've made the decision to do 6.5, I need, and remember, we're working in squares, which makes our life easier. So I just need to do it an inch bigger to count for the lip around the lid, if that makes sense. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. And again, if this size isn't going to work out for us, it's okay. It's just paper. We can use it for something else. And we'll adjust. We'll either go up or down. And what is my problem with cutting lately? So, yeah. So, we'll be all right. There we go. 7.5 by 7.5. Okay, so now I'm going to pull my scoreboard out. And I want to score 1 inch on every side. Okay, that's going to be our lip. And then we'll make some cuts to make that bend, right? So let's do 1 inch here. Just keep rotating 90 degrees till you get all 4 sides. okay? And I know it's a little bit harder to see on black, but I'll show you the intersections of the score marks. That's where we're gonna make some cuts, okay? I'm kind of flying by the seat of my pants. I haven't made a lid before, so bear with me because this could be big of a mess here, but I'm gonna go ahead and burnish first. I don't need my scoreboard anymore, so let me get that out of the way. Can't believe I've never made a lid, but you know, I've watched people though, so obviously this is inspired by seeing other people do stuff like this, not just totally wing. Well, I guess I am kind of winging it. Okay, so I'm going to burnish 1-inch score lines all the way around. Okay, and as you can see, let me show you. So you kind of already, you can kind of tell it's getting in that lid format, and I've got glue all over the place. Sorry. But what's blocking us is this piece. This is where the score lines intersect. We don't want to cut them out completely. That's just going to leave us a hole. That wouldn't work. What we need to do is cut one side of them so that we have kind of a hinge that's going to go underneath. So I will show you that. Let me get my scissors. Okay, and I really hope that, I know it's hard, that it won't show up real well, but that's why I'm trying to explain it in words. So the intersection of the score lines, there's a little square, 1 inch by 1 inch. We do not want to cut the whole thing out. We want to take this first score line here and we want to trim it up. But let me do that first. So I'm going to trim just up to that score line. Okay. So I just trimmed like that. See that? Okay. The only other thing I'm going to do, and it's just because you learn over time to reduce bulk when you can. So I'm basically just now going to go a little bit over and kind of cut a triangle. It's like a teeny sliver right here. Okay. So I'll show you when I get that cut. So let me see if you can see. Let me kind of fold. There's this sliver that's kind of a triangle, and my hands are a mess with glue. Let me see. Can you see that? I'm hoping you can kind of see that. Let me pull it out. Well, let me finish cutting it, and then I'll pull it out. Okay. So it is very tiny, right? And I know it doesn't seem like a lot, and it's not. But you do it to all 4 corners, you are reducing bulk, and it just gives it a cleaner look. Because then, once we do this to all 4 corners, and you only do it on one side of the intersection, you don't do it on both, because then you're cutting the piece off. You don't want to do that. But what's going to happen is we're going to put glue on the top of here, and underneath we're going to turn this over and adhere it, and that's how we're going to get our corner edge of the lid, rather. I think that makes sense. Oh, you're very sweet. You're very sweet to me. Okay, so we got this one, and I gotta think about which one to cut in. So give me a minute. So if I cut this one, yeah. Okay, so basically, let's see if this works. I cut here. I'm going to skip this one and cut the next one. Skip, cut, skip. I hope that makes sense. So let's see if it works, because Mary Beth does not know if this works. We're keeping our fingers crossed. I think it will, though. If my brain's working right. There we go. So then I'm going to... So I did this one. I'm going to skip this score line right here and go to the next one and cut. Same way. I mean, it doesn't have to be super perfect, only because, I mean, you're going to be gluing that little flap on the inside. And then we'll probably mat it with paper anyways, because we want it to be cute. And then we can embellish it. Skip, cut. This is the last one. So assuming this fits our box, we'll be in good shape. Okay. Before I glue it down, I'm going to kind of check and see how we're doing with the measurement just to make sure. I think it's gonna work though. Get my scissors out of the way. So I'm just gonna kind of hold up my box. I wanna see how this is gonna land. And let me get my ruler really quick. I just wanna make sure something's not right. See, this is why we are learning together. So we did have 7.5. I know where I made a mistake, and I studied math, so I feel really stupid. This is why it's good you watch, because I made a big mistake. So we started with 7.5. If I score 1 inch all the way around, guess what? That reduces this to 5.5 because I have an inch on each side. So I did that wrong. So if I want it to be 6.5 in the middle, or even 6, now I want a little bit bigger, 6.5 in the middle, then I'm gonna have to do 8.5 square. Yeah. So, but that's okay. I'm gonna save this. You never know. I could use it for, you know, something else. So here we go. 8.5. I'm glad we're doing this together. You guys won't have to make this mistake. And waste paper. But we could actually use that black cardstock when I take some stickers. I like to back my stickers on cardstock and fussy cut them out. I just think it's a nice little look. And then I glue them on. I do that a lot, and sometimes I don't. But, you know, so I will definitely still use it. It's not a big deal. All right, so 8.5 by 8.5. And actually, if you had 8.5 by 11 paper, perfect. Which, instead of using a 12 by 12, I'm getting so low on my black cardstock. But let me just check if I have any. My goodness, I have got to get some more black. No, well, we'll just go with this. All right. Okay, 8.5. By 8.5. Okay, there we go. I think my math's right on this one. Wow. I hope so. I think it is, though. Because if I have 1 inch on each side, that's 2 inches. That would leave a 6.5 inch on the inside, and that's what I want. So I think we're okay. I apologize. I didn't think of that prior. So here we go. The whole process again. Wow. But that's okay. I'll do it quicker since I explained it. I think we all know what I'm doing here. And I'll just fly through it to fix this problem. The other thing, I want to mat this lid and the little sides of the lid before I glue those down, because I mean, you could still do it. It's not a big deal, but I think it would be a lot easier to do it before. So that's why when I measure with the actual box, you know, this last time, I didn't glue them down yet, which is kind of a good thing. And then I can measure with this one without gluing them down and see if I think we're going to be okay, which I kind of have a feeling we will be. So let me just kind of fly through this piece real quick here and do our little cutting. Oh, I found my Tim Holtz scissors. I was so happy. Couldn't find them yesterday. It was terrible. One. Remember, skip and then the next one all the way around. Then one more. And then we'll just double check and see if we think that this size will work. Okay. Okay, so I know my lip is gonna go there. Let me put this one underneath. Now, it is, let's see. I'm looking to see how much gap I have. No, I think this is gonna be perfect. I'm going with it, okay? And then when I'm done, and you got, you decide you may wanna do this, I'll show you how it looks after it's all, because remember, we're gonna put paper here and here. And if I only made it to where this middle part of the lid is 6 by 6 instead of 6.5 by 6.5, once all this paper is on, I think it would have been too tight. So that's why I did it this way. So let's go ahead, before I glue the little hingy thingamajiggers right down inside here, I am gonna mat the entire lid. I'm gonna mat all the front pieces and all the back pieces. So I know I've got 6.5 by 6.5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 of them that are 1 inch by 6.5. So since I want a border, I'm gonna do 6 1/4 by 6 1/4, and then I'm gonna do 3/4 by 6 1/4. And really, I might as well make it 8 of these and 2 of these because I'm gonna do the inside too. So I'm gonna get those cut up, and move my little box. I gotta choose the paper. And how am I doing on time here? Okay. So the box, let's think. What do we want to do? I'm gonna flip through. This is where I really struggle. I just struggle. I love these cute little flowers. Oh, one thing to think about is the outside of my box. Okay, so the outside of the box, I already have these polka dots, and then I have the cute little flowers here, and then I have these really pretty hearts, and then these hearts. So I don't think I don't know what I want my lid to be. I think I want my lid to be something different. I mean, even the black and white stripe would be kind of cute, wouldn't it? With some other things. I love these flowers. Now we're going to start getting into some cut aparts. And, that's not going to work. So, I think we got the XO, which is really cute. Ooh, and we still have one of these. I need to make some you know what I wanted to do? And I'm going to do this on the top of the box. So now that I know this helps me with my design. So I'm going to fussy cut this entire thingy picture. I hope you can see it. Can you see it? Oh, I'm dropping things. Right here. I'm going to fussy cut that out. And I may fussy cut out both of them because I think there's 2 pages of it. Pretty sure. Yeah. And then what I'm going to do after my box is matted on the top, not the inside, these will be fussy cut. Let me see what we're looking at. No, I'm only going to do one. I'm going to fussy cut it and make it a corner pocket that's actually going to go almost over halfway. Does that make sense? Yeah, the arrows, that might be good since I'm going to be doing this other flower thing, right? So maybe let's look at those arrows. I agree with you. That might be what I want to do. Where are they? I know they're back here. Here they are. Let me pull that out because I think that's really cute. And remember, I also want to do the lip of it, which is, those arrows might look really cute. What do you think, Emery, on the actual lip? Like going around? I like that. I think I'll use that on the outside and the inside, going around the lip of the lid. So that's what I'll use. Okay, decision was made there. That's good. And then I want to see, where is my, I got to pull this other page out. What did I do with it? Here it is. Let me pull this one. And let me see, because I know that's going to be in the corner as a pocket. And I may want to do the black and stripe, you know, as the regular mat. Because I think, oh yeah, look at how cool that's going to look with the black and white. And then those arrows going around. I really like that. Or let me look at one other option that I have that I was thinking. Yeah, I like it too. Oh yeah, we got to do it. We got to do the black and white. That is so cute. Now, here's an option. This is really cute. It says, love, be mine, XOXO. But I'm telling you, I just think that black and white is going to look darling. Oh, I hate when I do that. I rip the paper off. Okay. I'm going to need both. 6.5 by 6.5. I think I might. Well, maybe not. We'll see. I'll just take them both out. There we go. Okay, so we made some decisions. Yippee. This is going to be fussy cut. Those are going to be my side parts. Okay, let me set this aside. All right, let's get to cutting. So, doesn't matter in orientation since it's a square. That's always nice. So, oh, not 6. I almost made a mistake. 6 1/4 because I want that. I want the border. So 6 1/4 by 6 1/4. Okay. And then this will be not enough because, you know, the paper's only 12 inches. That's why I had to get 2 of them. But there's that one. So let's do this. Aw. Thank you, Anne-Marie. I think it's going to be pretty too. I hope the recipient likes it. I'm telling you, it's a really fun project. Think about it. I have really only, for the most part, there are a few little things. For the most part, I've only worked on it live, right? But if I just took a day and worked on it, I mean, I think it's one of those projects that you would just get done really quick, you know? So that is nice. I want to cut this one this way. Whoops. So I need 3/4 inch strips, and then I'm going to cut them at 6 1/4. So 3/4 inch, which is always kind of tough for me to hold that paper straight and, you know. There we go. I'm only going to be able to do one since it's 6 1/4. So I do need, oh my God, I'm going to need 8 of them. Yeah. Oh, that's no fun. I don't like cutting strips like this. It's too small. I get, but I think what I can do, I should have left my thing down because now that I'm like this, I think I can just slide along. Might make it easier. 3/4, 3/4. Oh, I just lifted it back up. Oh my goodness. 3/4, 3/4. Move this down just a little bit. I'm looking, I don't know if you can even see the bottom of my trimmer. Let me move it up. I'm looking up here at my 3/4. Yeah, I don't even think you can see the bottom. And then down here, you know, there's measurements also. So I'm trying to make sure at the top and at the bottom I'm at 3/4 because otherwise your strips are going to be totally not even and that's going to look like a mess, you know. But I struggle. This is one thing I struggle with for sure is getting a straight this small of a width. So, but we're doing it. We're doing it. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We only need 3 more. So let's, where am I at? Okay, there we go. Am I right? No, I wasn't. So, hold on. There's the 3/4. I was on the wrong one. That doesn't seem right. Let me do something real quick. See what I mean? Yeah, I think I was cutting these at 7/8, which is fine. I'll just go with it if that's what it is. It's not that big of a deal. Yeah, I'm okay with it. So, I'm not going to use this one. I was cutting at 7/8 instead of 3/4. It's okay. Especially, this is for the lip of the lid. And, you know, I don't have to have the exact same border that I do with the other pieces. It's okay. I'm just telling myself it's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 2 more real quick here. I can't be the only person that struggles with these narrow things. Okay, we got it though. We got it. All 8 of them. Yay. I'm done with the trimmer for now. It is laying one on the tip. Oh, really? That is smaller. Let me look. Oh, let's just do this real quick. This way we can make sure I got them all at 7/8 rather than 3/4. I think we're good. I think we're good now. Okay, we're going with it. Oh, I forgot to cut them at 6 1/4. These are a little too long. So we'll just do that real quick. That's easier though. That's totally easy. So 6 1/4. If it were 6, I could get 2 out of 1 strip, but that's okay. Can always use the strip for something else. Oh, hi. Hey, Pink Zebra. Thanks for joining us. Still working on my explosion box, but we're getting there. We just constructed the lid, so that's exciting. I just need to mat it. All right, good deal, good deal. I'm going to save these strips because we can use them as little embellishments for something possibly, if we would like. All right, so let's get this matting going, and then we can put our box together. Or I mean the lid rather together. Again, still upset. I gotta use the pad for this. Can't find it. That's okay. Just wanna lightly just get it, you know, the pink on there to hide the center core. So again, if you're watching the replay, I'm going to just ink up all these little edges, and then all I'm going to do is mat the front side and the inside side of the lid. Then we will glue the side pieces in to actually make the, to finish making the lid, rather. Okay, so replay people, you may want to fast forward this a little bit. It's gonna take a hot minute. Try to hurry. It doesn't have to be perfect, you know. I tell myself that all the time. So yeah, don't do this at home. Don't ruin your ink pad like I am. Bad Mary Beth. But that's what we're doing right now. Okay, they're done. Gotta mate. Moving on. All right, so let me get going on the matting real quick. Pink Zebra, what have you been working on? Oh, in the USA, the ink pads. So if you go to a big box, they're going to be like Hobby Lobby or whatever. I want to say $5.99, like $6. But this is Distress Oxide, okay, not Distress Ink. But my friend Jan from Jan's Crazy Life was telling me she found a website. Not a website. It might be an Etsy store. I can't remember. But that the woman sells them for like $3 something. Okay. Here again, a little mistake. So I want to show you guys so that you don't do the same thing. So remember, we cut a little bit of a, whatever, a little triangle thing out there because we wanted to reduce on the bulk. So when I'm matting my little arrows, I need to also cut that little triangle. So in hindsight, this is hindsight, after we scored 1 inch all the way around, we should have just matted the whole dang thing and then cut this out. That's what I should have done. So I'm not gonna stress about it. I'm just gonna go like this. You know, I don't think it'll be a big deal because, yeah, I just don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. But I want you guys to know so that you don't make this same mistake I did. And at least now I'll know next time, you know, when I make the next one. Okay. Okay. Again, I gotta cut a little. Okay, so I got my arrows. I am trying to make sure my arrows go around like that. The direction of the arrows, rather. Yeah, I mean, it's not the best, but you know, I still think it's gonna look cute. So I say I'm not stressing about it, but it kind of sounds like I am, doesn't it? It's okay. It's okay, Mary Beth. It's okay. Yeah, okay. That's okay. Because these will be, yeah, they'll be folded down. Oh, now I'm even more stupid than I thought. Oh my God. Forget everything I just said. Okay, you should have kept that on. See? I was confused because I had it laying flat. It looked like I needed an angle on the paper. I don't know what I was thinking. I should have left that on, okay? Because when we glue this piece underneath, it's gonna look like that. And now I have a sliver cut out. So what I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna worry about it, because what I'm gonna do is when I decorate the lid, I will make sure I have pearls or some type of embellishment to cover it up. So that's how I'm going to correct that mistake. But I want you guys to know so that you don't do dumb things like I just did. Okay, so let's quickly, I will get the inside of the lid matted. And I'm not going to cut these like I did the other ones. Oh my goodness gracious. So we'll just throw them on here. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. I'm just going with it. It's going to work. It's going to be just fine because that's going to actually be covered. See, that's the problem. I'm going to have, like I said, you should just not do this cutting until you have the whole thing matted. And another reason why is because when we put the glue here, you know, to connect it, now on the inside, you're going to have, if you can see that, a black square. You'll see it more when I put the other layers on. It is what it is, and we're going to be okay with it. And again, I could always put some type of something there so that it's not as bad. But hey, first time making an explosion box. This is the first time I've ever made a lid. You know, you're gonna have, I mean, that's how we learn. We learn from our mistakes. So, and from others that are showing their mistakes, you know. So it's all really good, actually. It's all really good stuff. It's not bad stuff. So I'm okay. I'm okay with all of it. All right, almost done matting this. Okay. All right, so what we're going to do is now these black flaps, the little pieces there, 1 inch by 1 inch. Yeah, I'm hoping that I won't notice it. I mean, I'll notice it, but hopefully she won't notice it. But yeah, it's okay. You know what? These are also handmade things, right? So we're just going to put some glue right there, okay? And then inside, I think you guys get this. We're just gonna hold it down till that glue dries because we're forming the lip of our lid. And then I'll just move on to the next one real quick here. I could probably do 2 at a time actually. So there's that one and this one. Okay, and this last one over here. Okay, I'm gonna wait a minute. You know, I want this, for sure, this glue to dry before I start trying to put this on top of the box. I don't know what I did with my little... I need to get another baby wipe out and start letting it dry. I'm telling you, that is what I do now. And it really, really works well for me. So that is what I do. Plus I can kind of get some of this glue off my hands because this one's getting, I have glue all over here. I'll clean it up later. Okay, so I think it's still kind of drying just a little bit, but let me get the box back over here. And of course, remember, I still haven't, you know, haven't done my embellishing yet, but there's our box. So let's lift this up and see if this works. It's so exciting, isn't it? See if it works. Got one more side to put in here. So, there you go. What do you guys think? Now, my lid is a little bit bigger. Remember, we talked about that. I didn't do 6 inches. I did 6.5 on this part because I will be adding some embellishments and things, and so I want that room in there because I'm probably going to be adding goodies in those pockets and stuff like that. I think it's cute. What do you guys think? Thanks, Anne-Marie. Thank you so much. So let's watch. Watch what happens when I lift the lid. You ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh, it went the wrong way. Yay! That's so cute. Oh my goodness gracious, I love it. So there you go. So the only other thing I will, just to be complete, I might do that black and white stripe on the bottom just to have some matting. And then the only other things I'm gonna do is embellish and decorate. So I'm gonna work on that, and then what I'll probably do is either just record a video showing the final product with the embellishments and the decorations and the tags and goodies and whatever I decide to put in here, or I will do it live, but like after I'm done with everything, just show it to you live. So one way or the other. I'm glad that you learned so much, Anne-Marie, and you're very, very welcome. Yes, I will absolutely make sure you guys see the finished project. It might take me a day or two. I don't know. I'm going to try to work on it some more tonight. So we'll see. Because I really do want to get it out no later than Monday to the recipient. But if I could get it out Saturday, that would be even better. So, well, I'm glad you like it. And I guess that's it for now, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you for supporting my channel. I love y'all so much, and I'll get back to you with the final project. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.